Restaurants play an important role in introducing new fruits and vegetables to the public. Chefs are artists and experimenters, and their medium is the food that farmers grow. If chefs can make the farmers' produce look and taste fabulous, that should translate into more sales for the growers. But it's sometimes difficult to get chefs to buy directly from farmers rather than from a distributor. One chef who's always loved buying from farmers is Big Island certified executive chef Bill Trask.
The reason I got into even thinking about dealing with the farmers is because, well, when I was a kid growing up on Maui, we had all these fruits and vegetables, well, mostly fruits, but, and then I grew up and then I didn't see it around. And I became a cook and then I became a chef. And I always remember how good the food, that the fruits tasted, And you could, let's say if you were going to spend the day out in not in the jungle, but around Maui into the forest and all, you really didn't have to take anything to eat because you could pick all these things. Then coming over here to Kona and working at this hotel, and the fact that sustainability and buying local and all that is now the thing, right? But what it adds to the menu is the freshness of the product. It also brings back, I think, for a lot of people that are coming back to the restaurant, is that the memories of growing up here in Hawaii when a lot of things were more abundant as far as the fruits. It's like the tourists when they come in. They don't want to eat cantaloupe. They don't want to eat strawberries. They want to eat what's here. And when I put all this fruit out, the first thing that goes is the local fruits. And then whatever's left over, then they'll eat the cantaloupe, they'll eat the honeydew. And then they start asking questions about where is this, what is that, and you start explaining. Then people get into the whole thing, and it's helped our business. I mean, we're in the business to make money, and this just adds to it, gives it another level, so we can attract more people into coming into my restaurant and having and appreciating what Hawaii is all about. Because part of enjoying a place when you come to visit is the touchy, the feely things you got. When you taste the food, part of it too is the culture of Hawaii. It has to do with a lot of the food, and we're utilizing these products to the optimum to tell the tourists or the visitors what Hawaii is all about. Part of it too is you got to train your crew on how to handle these products. You can't just say, okay, here it is, and go do what you do. No, you got to explain to them. They got to buy into it too. Besides the owners of your place understanding that what it is, what's it all about, and they buy into it, you have to have your employees buy into it, so that they handle the products properly. And we get it almost to a point of when it comes in, we process it as little as possible, and it goes out in its most natural state. And when that happens, again, the reaction, even with the local people here, is like, wow, I haven't tasted this in years. This is great. We'll be back. Initially, how I came about the menu itself is going back to ancient Hawaiian times with the aha puaha, which is basically this section of land that was given to the tribe or the family, and it went from the mountains to the ocean, and you had everything sustainable there. You had the ocean with the seafood, then you had the land where you terraced for produce and stuff like that, then the upper areas where you had the wildlife and everything. So I kind of put that into a menu setting, So, for instance, one of our biggest sellers is the catch of the day. I have 3 catches of the day. And with each catch, you have a different texture to the fish, so we come up with a different recipe. So instead of just having your fish broiled, sauteed, or poached, we take it one step farther. If we have the ahi, we have a certain recipe. If we have the onu, we have a certain recipe. If we have the butterfish, we have a certain recipe. And they're conducive only to that particular fish. So I'm using to enhance the seafood are the tropical fruits and the produce that we get here. So I'm using the products from the land to enhance the products from the seafood, and then we go one step farther with the meats and the grass-fed beef and stuff like that. So the connection is actually a connection made in ancient times, and that's how they lived. That's how the Hawaiians lived. It was from the mountains to the ocean and back, and everything was taken care of. And so the menu is based on that whole concept, which means also too that I'm starting to run some tours and to make the farmer understand what we do with his product. So we buy it, then it comes in here and we do a certain processing to it. and then it goes out to the dining room with the recipe and everything, and that's what you eat, so that they can connect everything. You got to get everybody involved in it. The cooks have to know what it's all about. The management or the wait help out there needs to explain to the customer what we're doing here. And once that's explained to them, they're more ready to accept what we're doing. Plus, the whole Hawaiian experience comes out in the food. You know, it's our culture and our traditions I'm trying to put into the food too. Well, I think, you know, we're at the beginning of all of this in Hawaii as far as connecting the land, the ocean, the mountains, and the food and the culture with everything. And I think as we progress through this, we're going to become a destination here, not only for Polynesia or for the Hawaiian culture, but for the food too. I mean, already we have a lot of top-notch chefs here, and even the mom-and-pop restaurants. So the progression here, I think, it's going to be just more and more people. With the cost of everything, Hawaii is going to become now a destination where you want to go someplace exotic, but it's still in America, or they're going to come here. And to enhance it, we need to have more than just Hawaii. We need to have what Hawaii is all about, and a lot of it has to do with the food.